Luis, I wonder how much you think Neymar's move to the Saudi League will impact him with Brazil at the international level.
If I'm honest, I'm not sure if he's going to stay there for the whole contract. I think he's got 2 years contract. I think I'm not sure, because definitely it's quite tricky to be the personality that Neymar has got, to know that to be in Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, Brazil, top scorer, and arrive to a league where I think the way that you can see it today, dribbling, passing the ball, dropping the shoulder, arriving to that kind of league is going to be a nightmare, because he needs a challenge. He needs someone who can give it a challenge in every weekend, because for him it's going to be to play with kids, play around, play with some friends, because for him football is in a different level. So if you arrive to this kind of competition where you are not being challenged, if you have to switch on for a World Cup, switch on for the top and play against the highest standards, it's going to be very difficult. Very difficult to try to adapt in maybe 1 month, because that's the way the kind of players that they do. They work during the year, and when the World Cup is arriving, then you switch on, you reconnect, and try to bring your best to the World Cup. But definitely, I think this is not going to be enough, because years go past, and if you cannot keep that consistency, that intensity on playing, I think it's going to be very difficult. Like you guys says, you cannot rely on Neymar for the World Cup, but it could be a very good at.
What I would say about that is that I don't know that it's so dependent upon as to where Neymar is playing. Because he has been playing at Barcelona and he has been playing at PSG. And there still were questions about, not so much at Barcelona, but in PSG in terms of his preparation and his commitment and his engagement with the team and the club, and what that would be the impact with the national team. And he was PSG, and he made that move because he wanted to be the guy. And now he was the guy, and that wasn't enough. And so, look, he could be playing at the end of the world. And it really comes down to what his personal level of commitment is, regardless of where he is. Because when it was at PSG, it wasn't enough. And if that doesn't get your attention, then I don't know exactly what does. At some point, and this is something that we have said about Neymar, in his career, he has to take a good look in the mirror. He has to evaluate what he has been, and he has to objectively be critical of what he has achieved and hasn't achieved, and how he can go about closing out his career in a manner in which he deserves and his talent deserves. But he's the only one that can make that decision. Not the people around him, not the people that hang around him and sort of kind of getting his ear. No. At some point, he's got to realize that, look, I can be more than what I have been. And I have been special, and I can be more. I can do more. But in order to do that, there's got to be a commitment, whether that's in the Pro Saudi League or wherever he ends up, in order for him to be the best version of Neymar, whatever that is at this point in his career.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.